kasi nandito na si Mommy and Daddy! Daddy!
Ano to? Does this mean, ano to? Parang foreshadowing? Magpipelikula ba ang BINI? Hello and welcome to Pop Reacts. Matagal na wala ang Pop Reacts. So, sa pagbabalik namin, we have decided for the very first time to have a special guest on camera. We have never done this before. So, to pop this cherry, pop this cherry. Of course, our good friend of the show, SISNE Pop's pal, Hyro Aguinaldo is here!
Yay! Wow! Cheer yung sarili!
Yay! Dapat
Hello.
lang, no? If you can't cheer yourself,
para saan pang lahat?
correct, diba? Kumusta ka naman, Hyro?
Ayun, I've been like very busy lately. So, ang daming trabaho. At
Yes.
maraming mga inaayos sa opisina at mga kwentong ginagawa.
Nako, gusto ni Arizona Brandy ang mga ganyan.
Diba?
Book, blessed, and busy.
So, yun. Pero, I'm glad that ang tagal natin wala dito, no?
Actually, we missed you. Kasi kahit kami sa SISNE Pop, we did have to take breaks between shoots. Kasi nga naman, holidays and life happens. Yeah. But we are here.
We're here. Ano yung tagline na sparks of, we're queer and we're here. Tama ba?
Let your sparks fly. Chares! Mother Mela, inaabangan kita dito. But today is a very exciting video because we're both big fans of Ppop music, ako and Hyro. But also, mahal na mahal namin ang Ppop music dito sa SISNE Pop. And may bagong music video ang Nation's girl group, which is BINI, which is called
Unang Kilig.
Of course, diba? Yeah. Because Hyro is kind of an insider dahil may mga galamay siya within ABS-CBN. Minabuti namin na siya ang magbigay sa akin ng insider information because I have never seen this video. Talagang in-avoid ko po in the past few days para talagang organic, genuine reaction.
Well, I feel like may enjoy mo naman siya.
I'm
Kasi
excited.
Ako nakailang beses na ako pinanood siya, di ba, paulit-ulit. Yes.
So, I heard na sobrang daming references to like movies itong video na to. So, sakto kasi you're a Filipino film fiend. You're a Filipino film fiend.
Yes. And most of the references na ginamit nila dito, and actually all, ay Star Cinema movies.
Oh, yun, bongga.
So I work in Star Cinema, just so, disclosure lang. So, yun. So, and sobrang at some point, dahil Unang Kilig yung title, di ba? May ibang level of kilig pag nakikita mo yung mga pelikula that you grew up watching.
I know. Hindi kasi more than just working for Star Cinema, you're just a fan of film in general. Diba? Pareho tayo. So, this is gonna be fun. So, I think hindi ko to papanoorin ng diretso. I'm probably gonna pause at some points because I need explanation. I need the tea. So, let us get into it. But before we play it, I want to have a little bit of a short conversation about where BINI is at in terms of the music industry because I think they represent a very fun and exciting time in Philippine music. Kasi aabangan natin this year sila magko-Coachella, diba?
Coachella din sila this year.
So, what do you think of the rise of BINI?
It was, ako kasi I've been like a fan of BINI since their launch. Actually, prior to the launch kasi syempre alam na namin siya, diba? Parang ganyan. So, alam mo yung lahat kami noon nag-wish lang. Tapos na-launch pa sila was around 2021. So, we were, and it was a difficult time during that time, diba? So, pandemic and basically shut down. So, parang yun. So, as in, naaalala ko yung earlier days ng BINI na walang nakikinig sa kanila talaga. Tapos,
at kung may nakikinig, ang daming sinasabi.
Yeah. So, parang, syempre nun, we're both supporting our groups during, in ABS, of course, BGYO and BINI. So, naalala ko pa kasi, naalala ko yung album launch ng BINI. Yung may ginagawa kaming mga, online sa Twitter, nagpapamigay kami ng mga iTunes gift card. Tapos may mga popular na Twitter accounts before na nagsusolicit sa amin na parang, uy, penge, para pamigay natin sa mga fans.
The strategy.
So, yun yung, as in may ganun kaming dati. Kasi bukod sa, taga-ABS ako, pero separately, I'm a big fan of pop in general. So, grabe yung talagang investment ko and support dun sa girls nung simula. Punta ako sa Tugatog Music Festival. It's one of the first instances na nag-perform ng BINI. Ganyan. Tapos parang,
Hindi kasi talaga as a fan of pop music, I think siguro na mo rin na parang this is our moment. Like this is our chance for the Philippines to be represented in
Yes.
today's pop.
Then parang alam mo yun, parang syempre, parang overnight yung success nila in a way eh.
Right.
Parang as much as ang tagal ng proseso ng pagsikat nila.
It just
Pero,
took one viral song.
Oo, it just took one viral song, then Pantropiko, ayun na. Sikat na sila ng malala.
And actually,
Parang yan.
nag-goosebumps ako every time we talk about it. Kasi talagang it's such a cool thing to see. Kasi aside from yun nga, parang may representation ng Philippines is the hard work that these girls put in.
Yeah.
Talagang ang dami-dami. So parang to come to fruition at least in that way and they're still rising. It's very exciting.
Ako nga advice ko guys, sa mga lalo na sa mga bagets, tsaka sa mga bagong fans ng BINI, panoorin nyo yung mga documentaries ng BINI sa simula.
Yes, day one.
Since, di ba, kasi isa sa mga most documented careers of all time yung BINI. Kasi kahit yung simula pa lang nila documented, nakita mo kung paano sila nabuo, paano nabuo yung tawag nila, yung team nila, and lahat ng paghihirap nila during the pandemic, ibang level talaga.
And it will make you fall in love with the girls even more. If that's even possible. Because we're all obsessed with them. And it's all on I Want.
Yeah. So, panoorin nyo lang.
ABS, pakingi naman ng charis.
Oo.
Well, I think it's time. Let's get into it. Let's watch.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, parang dapat sa sarili ko yung tinatanong
Kaya
ko.
nga, kasi ako napanood ko ilang beses. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Unang kilig, unang kilig. Unang kilig. Di ko matago ang nararamdaman pag ikaw ang katabi.
They're so cute. And again, hindi naman to dapat like nakaka-shock. Pero every time I watch their music videos, talaga napapansin ko yung hair and makeup and everything, styling. Ang ayos-ayos talaga. It's like, hindi ko sinasabing yung iba basura, but I feel like we have reached a point in Ppop na talagang hindi lang BINI. Like, all groups are very particular about
very
that.
deliberate about how they style and ano yung purpose ng styling na yun for that specific era, specific video. Yun.
Which I love. Kasi parang dati, napapansin ko lang yan sa mga more like si Lady Gaga. Alam mo yun, parang they're very particular about it. But now, it's like...
Kasi na-experience ko, di ba, nag-direct na rin ako ng mga music videos before. Yung parang... hindi talaga deliberate o kung ano lang meron dyan.
Oo, diba?
Yun. So parang sa kanila kasi talaga very deliberate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love seeing this at this level now. Plus, I know na yung theme ng music video na to is movie. So the way it's been shot is super cinematic and I love it. So apparently may nag-feed sa akin sa IEM.
Hello?
IEM.
Hello?
May nag-feed sa akin dito na mayroong Easter egg pala yung first shot na yun. Kasi ganun yung beginning din ng other music video nila, which is Blink Twice. Which I didn't clock that. But that's a cute, something for fans to look forward to.
Actually, the producer of this video, the production house that made this video, which is Yumi Os Manila, na hello po sa mga taga Yumi Os. Fan ako ng work nyo. Usually, pag sila ang may handle ng production ng music videos, lagi talagang may Easter eggs. Referencing like future releases. So, usually may clues na agad. So, pag ang naalala ko, may ganyan with Born to Win. Usually may connection siya.
Not to spoil anything, pero meron kaya to?
I heard, people now, the fans now are speculating.
I'm sure may mga, siguro nag-screenshot yung mga fans na talagang inaaral nila bawat screenshot. Oh, that's really exciting. Let's see kung may maano tayo. May maano tayo. Ay, okay. Sige. Makeup ito.
Miss Maloy.
It's very cinematic talaga. Tsaka I love...
Ang question ko talaga dito, sino yung lalaking yan? Charot, hindi siya umaharap.
Hindi siya humarap the entire video. Okay, so aalamin natin sino kaya ang lalaking yan. So, if anyone can tell us kung sino yan, let us know in the comments below. Bakit mo gustong alamin?
Wala lang.
Curious ka lang.
Ako.
You know what I love about this is usually kasi pag nanonood ako ng BINI videos, may dance na agad. So parang, not that it's a bad thing, but sometimes it's the song starts to be all about the dance. So this one, wala pa ako nakikitang sayaw.
Pretty ni Ate Joanna.
Oo naman. Sobrang ganda. Super cute. And so, I love that we're getting, parang nabababad tayo sa kwento ng video. Kasi wala pang sumasayaw. Which I love.
Actors ready?
So basically, it's an audition.
And... action!
Ay, wait lang. So, ano lang. For for I guess because a lot of fans watch SISNE Pop who aren't Filipino,
Yeah.
who might not know who Direk Kathy Garcia Sampana is.
Yeah.
So for you as a film insider,
Yeah.
sino siya?
So, Kathy Garcia Sampana is probably the most successful film director of all time.
Yeah.
So, she's basically known for her romance and rom-coms.
Yes.
Romance drama and romance films. And at the same time, basically, people believe that when you actually work with Kathy Garcia, you've already made it.
Yeah, she's a very important film figure in the
Yeah.
Philippines because she kind of is a star maker.
Yeah, she's a star
She,
maker,
I think she is in the rom-com arena. She brings out the best in actors. Talaga.
Very, very apt that this is Unang Kilig. Because
Mm-hmm.
Kathy Garcia Sampana is probably one of the most important voices in terms of romance filmmaking in the
Yes.
Philippines.
Oo.
So basically, what we know about romance, the romance genre in the Philippines is because of her.
So her cameo in this is a really
Yeah.
big deal. I mean, I
Yeah.
love that she's appearing in a BINI video.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means.
Oh.
Oh my God.
The-
Okay.
Okay.
That was Bong
Bong
Navarro.
So yun,
Comedian.
Yeah, comedian. And of course, also one of Direk Kathy's actors in one of her romance
Right.
films. Na-establish din naman ni Bong yung sarili niya with the romance genre, especially in the early,
Yes.
late 2000s. As
Mm-mm.
one of the,
Parang Kenkoy.
the Kenkoy romance
Funny
lead.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's known as a really, really great dancer.
Yes. And I think a lot of people who have a crush on him,
Yeah.
they do say that is his appeal.
Yeah. The Kenkoy, the comedic,
Yeah.
and at the same time, yung the dancing
quality.
one. Yeah.
Love that. Okay, amazing. So let's see the scene. How will this unfold?
I think that is real kilig.
I'm sure.
Right?
I'm true to the title, Unang Kilig. That
Unang
was
Kilig.
very
That's
real
really...
kilig.
So yun, and of course the scene na reference is of course a film also by Kathy Garcia Molina, which is she's dating the
She's
gangster.
dating the gangster,
Yeah.
starring
Katniel.
Kathniel. Yes.
Oh, Charo
Okay,
Santos.
Let's just pause right there kasi I'm sure you're probably scared of her. Kasi boss mo, boss mo
Yeah.
in for a time.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was Miss Charo Santos Concho for a
Yeah.
long time, was the president of
Yeah.
ABS-CBN.
Yeah, ABS-CBN, and of course one of the pillars of Star Cinema. So,
One of the pillars of
Yeah.
the Philippine
Industry.
entertainment industry,
entertainment,
honestly.
yeah. But of
Yeah.
course, for us, syempre, one of the big bosses of Star Cinema for the
Yes.
longest time,
Mhm.
diba? So, executive producer namin siya for Star Cinema for the longest time.
Yeah.
So, kung kwento ng Unang Kilig, siya din yung isa sa mga nagporma ng ng romance genre, of course.
Yes.
Kasi siya ang head honcho.
Yeah, I mean, she called the shots.
Yeah, she called the shots.
And also, like, I think magandang stamp of approval to for BINI for like
Yeah.
the Charo Santos.
the Charo
Concho.
Santos came in and guested
She
sa,
did
diba?
this?
Oo.
Oh my God! Amazing.
Okay. Yan, so
Si Olivia.
Inang. Well, of
Oo.
course, we affectionately
Yung tawag
call
sa
her
kanya.
Inang.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually the whole industry calls her Inang.
Uh-huh.
So she's also like basically kung Kathy Garcia, Olivia Lamasan. So
Okay.
she's the master.
I see.
So basically Olivia Lamasan has kumbaga more than anyone, I guess. Sa totoo lang, as the creative head of, for the longest time, the creative head of Star Cinema. And eventually the managing director of Star Cinema when Tita Malu retired. Siya talaga, like, masasabi ko na siya talaga yung isa sa mga kumbaga, naghulma ng romance genre. Kasi she trained Kathy Garcia for the longest
Yes.
time. Kathy Garcia was like her
I see.
AD.
Parang, okay.
Assistant
So,
director.
mentor.
So mentor. Kaya tingnan mo, magkamukha na sila. Di ba? Charot.
Actually.
Oo. So lahat yan dumaan sa kanya. Dumaan yan si Direk Kathy. Kami. Yeah, we were trained by Inang for the longest time. So, siya ang pinaka-boss namin sa creative department
So,
for the
grabe
longest
pala
time.
talaga the production of this video, parang
Yeah.
the logistics
Yeah.
of getting Charo Santos,
Oo.
Olivia Lamasan, and Cathy Garcia
Oo.
Sampana
Yeah.
for a shoot like
So basically talaga they got it right to get the people who are kumaga most responsible in the kilig culture in the Philippines.
Yes.
Kung yung tatlong babaeng yan, sila po talaga ang kumbaga masasabi ko na isa sa mga pinakamalaking influensya in terms of romance
like if you
filmmaking in the Philippines.
so if you want like to get a movie made,
yeah.
sila mga liligawan mo.
Oo. Yeah, and at
Love
the same
it.
time, kung gusto mo matuto kung paano magpakilig, silang tatlo
Yes,
talaga.
exactly. They know the formula.
Yeah, so para lang din sa nakakaraming because of course mas kilala nila si Direk Cathy for the longest time kasi mas prolific si Direk Cathy. Inang basically si Inang naman gumagawa siya ng pelikula and usually ito yung perspective. Pag ibinigay mo isang artista kay Inang, sinasabi mo na actor na siya.
Claudine.
Well, Claudine. Dahil Got to Believe, of
Yes.
course. Angel Locsin, Bea Alonzo, John Lloyd Cruz for the longest time. Ang unang claim to fame ni Inang for the longest time ay siya ang nagbigay ng Grand Slam kay Sharon Cuneta for Madrasta.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
so yun.
yes.
So siya ang
Hindi talaga.
director.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, big deal
Ano
si...
to?
Yeah.
Does this mean, parang foreshadowing? Magpipelikula ba ang BINI? Let's see. Let's watch the video.
Yes, boy, here's my guarantee.
Oh, ganda-gandahan na naman tayo dito, Maloy. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, parang ibang-iba yung kilig mo
Parang
doon.
iba yung kilig natin doon.
To
Alam
be
mo
fair,
to, aminin mo siya, ira natin to. Charot.
One of my first crushes for sure.
Oo.
Oo. Talagang totoo naman. Like, I remember GMA si Richard noon. Tapos parang, syempre siya yung ina-up and coming nila kasi anak from the Gutierrez clan.
Gutierrez clan.
Pero, my God, when he was, when he was new, crush na crush ko talaga siya.
Girl, ako kasi, hindi pa ako out ng era na yan. Tapos,
talaga?
confused pa ako. Tapos, parang yan yung question na, naalala ko yung Windows XP ko, yung profile picture ng, ng account ko sa
Siya?
Windows XP. Yeah, picture niya as Captain Barbell.
Ah,
Tapos, ito yung part na nagtatanong na ako sa sarili ko, gusto ko bang maging siya o gusto ko siya?
no,
Parang
but
galon.
this is Richard Gutierrez,
Oo.
of course, a very important actor and
Yeah.
a leading man here in the
Leading man.
Philippines.
Yeah. So parang
Really good looking.
kung and for the longest time si Richard Gutierrez ang title niya for the longest time ay Valentine Box Office King because for like many years, like maybe 4 years consecutive, 4 or 5 years, Valentine's movie niya ang laging number 1 sa box office.
Ay, with that face.
Yeah, with that face.
Pogi talaga siya. Gwapo. But
gwapo.
ano ang eksena niya na to?
Yeah.
Paas.
Si Honey.
Oh, yung aso kanina.
Yeah.
Was Honey.
It's okay, baby. Okay lang yan. Safe ka sa amin, ha? You know why, huh?
Aw.
Kasi nandito na si Mommy and Daddy!
It's okay, baby. Okay lang yan. You know why, huh? Kasi nandito si Mommy and Daddy!
Yan.
Love You to the Stars and Back. A film
Ay,
by...
hindi ko napanood.
Hindi mo napanood?
No.
This is a Tonetta Downey film.
I see.
This is the second Julia and Joshua film. So after Vincent, Kat, and James, ito yung follow-up nila.
I
And like,
see.
it's really one of the best romance
Talaga.
films of all
I
time.
have to put that on the list.
Yes, please. Like, ang
Bongga.
ganda-ganda niya. And ang galing-galing ni Julia at ni Joshua sa pelikula.
Pero ang cute nila dyan ah.
Yeah.
Ayan, so let's keep watching the video.
Ay! Ang gwapo!
Ang gwapo niya pa rin.
Ang gwapo niya pa rin. Oh.
Ay,
Si Inang nakatulog na.
nakatulog na siya. Ay, okay.
Ay!
Another guapo.
Yeah.
This is Gerald Anderson. I have a special place in my heart.
What heart?
Hindi, kasi kaidaran ko siya. So
Yeah.
parang we were the same age when I was watching him nung batch nila actually, nung Pinoy Big Brother. Talagang parang feeling ko, barkada ko sila.
Well, true. Ako din
Kasi
naman.
ka-age
Like,
ko
yun
talaga
din yung
sila.
feeling ko din nung nanonood ako ng PBB Teens.
Yeah.
Na parang, kasi araw-araw
That
mo
was
siyang
the first
kasama.
one, diba?
The
very first one.
First PBB Teens. Yun.
Yeah.
Tapos maikli lang siya like 50 days. Tama
Yeah, it
ba?
was very short.
Yeah, just short. Pero may feeling ako ang haba niya.
And what he
Diba?
has done to his career.
Yeah. And ako, personally, I've worked with Gerald Anderson. Ito masasabi ko, Gerald is one of like the kindest people that I've
Yeah.
met. Like, yun ang reputasyon
I've
niya.
heard.
Like, mabait siya.
Yeah.
So, yun. So,
Ako mabait pala siya. Paano naman sa resort mo, Day?
Ha?
May resort kasi yan sa amin sa Zambales.
Ay, talaga ba? Ay, oo
Oo.
nga. Paano naman, Je?
Paano naman pa-overnight kami?
Mm-mm.
Mag-shoot lang kami doon.
Yeah. So, yun.
No, but he's so hunky. Siya naman, if Richard is like more like the cutie-cutie,
Yeah.
si Gerald naging hunk.
Oo, naging hunk.
He's-
Pero gradual yan from the twink to the hunk
From
that
the
he
twink
is.
to the hunk. Like,
Diba?
parang now he's like taking on Bruce
Bruce
Coros. He's an
Coros.
upcoming
Yeah. Second by bust.
second
yeah.
by bus. Yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah, exciting. Go.
And ang macho rin niya dito.
Itong puso ko'y hindi pwedeng paglalaro.
Ay, oh, kinilig.
Kinilig.
Totoo. Hindi yun.
Totoo.
Si Netch to.
Kaya nga nakakailan na
Sino
eh.
si Ralph?
Sino ba yun?
Wala.
Wala, hindi pinapakita, di ba?
Akala ko si Ralph.
Of course, grabe yung parang, very memorable din to music video because it's shot in the famed Dolphy Theater.
Oo nga pala. Let's talk about that because yes, the Dolphy Theater.
Yeah.
And if for audiences who aren't very familiar, so of course, ABS-CBN has gone through so many changes over the many years.
Yeah.
And one of the latest developments is that they will be leaving some parts of the ABS-CBN property.
Yeah. So,
At ang matatamaan ay
so this Dolphy Theater is also called Studio One.
Yeah.
So this is the first studio of ABS-CBN. So basically, television history has
yes,
walked
exactly.
through and walked
There was a
out of this.
documentary that you talked about na dun.
Yeah.
Diba?
Dolphy Theater is of course named in honor of the comedy king Dolphy.
Yeah.
So yun, but for the longest time it hosted like noontime shows. At some point Itbulaga was there.
Yes.
Yeah, during the 80s. So basically ang dami talaga nangyari dyan.
Correct.
And eventually yun nga kinonvert siya into a like full theater like proscenium type.
Yeah.
So hindi na lang siya studio, like it's a real theater, functioning theater. Isa to sa mga unang venues ng BINI. Kasi
really?
their showcase was shot here, the first showcase, the pandemic showcase. So basically, importante tong theater na to kasi dito sila nagsimula.
I mean, it's a very, for BINI and for ABS-CBN and for the entertainment industry in the Philippines in general, the Dolphy Theater is a very important piece of history.
Mm-mm.
So it's sad that it's gonna be
demolished soon. So yun.
Aww.
Probably one of the last productions to be held in the theater. So
I know, with what a beautiful
send
memory.
off. Yeah.
Oh, you make me blush. Kilig na kilig talaga.
She nakatakutan?
Yes. The one and only.
Yeah.
Ay, nadapa ko nyari. Who's helping her up? Ito mga mystery.
Kaya nga eh.
Kung chance para sabihin sa akin yung totoo pero hindi mo ginawa. Bakit mo inamin, Joko? Dahil narinig mo na mahal kita? At dahil mahal kita, in-expect mo na patatawarin kita?
Oh.
Bakit mo inamin, Joko? Dahil narinig mo na mahal kita? At dahil mahal kita, in-expect mo na patatawarin kita?
Hindi.
That was in reference to
Yeah. So, kung yung first na chinika ay line sa Love You Hater, which is a film by Josh. It's the third Josh Lia film.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun.
Oh yes, kaibigan mo lang
Oh
ako.
my God!
Kaibigan mo lang ako.
Oh yes! Kaibigan mo ako! Kaibigan mo lang ako! And I'm so stupid to make the biggest mistake of falling in love with my best friend.
Sumunod, of course, the iconic Loves Kita Okay Ka Lang,
Correct.
Bujoy and Ned, diba?
Yeah, si Julina and
Marvin.
Which, dami natin babanggit na love teams. We had to do a
Yeah.
breakdown explaining what love teams are in the Philippines.
Yeah.
One of the previous SISNE POP videos from like a long time ago.
ago.
Panoorin nyo yan.
Yes.
But again, unang kilig. Syempre love teams talaga ibibida ng BD sa
Oo.
video na to.
Oh yes, kaibigan mo lang ako.
I love you, Mika!
Kaibigan mo lang ako.
Si Mika talaga yung pinaka-konyo sa kanila.
Girl, syempre,
Kaibigan
as a
lang
povedan,
ako.
di ba?
Kaibigan
I've worked
lang ako.
with Mika din as an actress.
Yes.
Kasi I wrote the season 2, one of the writers. I was one of the writers of He's Into Her season 2.
Yes.
Nandun si Mika. So at that point talaga, kitang-kita na namin na shit, ang galing ni Mika umakit.
Really?
Yeah.
Actress.
Actress siya.
But this is what is this in reference?
Oh yes.
Loves kita to,
Kaibigan
no?
mo lang
Loves
ako.
kita. Oh, love.
Kaibigan mo lang ako.
Ay!
Ay! Ayun yung audition niya!
Ay, ito na!
Yung ano tawag yun, yung workshop.
Okay.
O, ayan ang Miss
Hi,
Maloy.
Oh yes, kaibigan mo ako. Kaibigan mo lang ako.
And I'm so stupid to make the biggest mistake of falling in love with my best friend.
Very good! Galing! Ang galing nyo!
Hayop ka! May araw ka rin! Mapupuna ka rin sa impyerno! Hayop ka! May araw ka rin! Mapupuna ka sa impyerno!
So OG Diaz went viral for some of his workshop methodologies before, and this they're parodying that here. I love it. I think he's more popularly known as like a journalist, like a showbiz journalist. But actually, he has a lot of background in like acting.
Yeah, he's like for the longest time then kasabay ng work niya in the showbiz industry as a manager and a journalist. He's also an actor, a character actor.
Oh, here's the dance! Ayan, nasasayaw na sila. Love it.
Ganda ng ate mo, Aya.
Oo nga. Ang ganda nito. It's giving very La La Land.
Yeah.
Oh, diba? Ang saya na nung mga judges ba tawag sa kanila? Piano?
Panel.
Thesis defense. So I guess that was more in reference to nga na parang watak-watak sila before. Kasi I guess they auditioned for all through different channels.
Tsaka kasi 'di ba, if I remember it right, yung history ng BINI was kumbaga kinuha sila not knowing that they're auditioning for a group.
For a group.
So kasi dumaan lahat to sa sa Star Hunt. Yeah.
Oh yes! Kaibigan mo ko! Kaibigan mo lang ako! And that's the biggest mistake of falling in love with my best friend!
I love the pa-TV, Ang ganda naman pa-outfit, I will say, as I've said this in a lot of the videos, you really see the evolution of like their movements. Because I feel like before their movements were a lot more like, it's like they were dance students.
Yeah.
Ngayon, parang they're a lot more willing to go sex bomb-ish with the dance moves. No. Sheena.
BINI
Talaga?
Sheena.
Oh, amazing.
Wow.
So this was choreographed by BINI Sheena. I love it. So talaga nagmamature na sila. Ready for mature roles.
Yeah. At saka, ako may feeling na ako, na-observe ko din to, hindi lang with them with other Ppop groups, lalo na of this stature, mga matagal na sila ng konti. Parang, nag-move away na sila from that strict choreographed routines na ang haba into something that is more relaxed.
Yes.
And basically, may feeling talaga may theory ako dyan na parang pag dumating ka na talaga sa state of like superstardom na hindi mo na kailangan magpatunay na excellence just comes out
Pwede
naturally.
Pwede magpaka-chill.
Pwede ka na magpaka-chill.
Yeah, and I think that's where they're at, which I think is a good blend kasi feeling ko it leaves them a lot of room to
express
themselves, but also to jump on the next thing. So kung gusto na bumalik sa more refined choreography, that's fine. But I feel like it's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah.
Because meron na silang time para lutuin. Yes. But so that's exciting. I'm really looking forward to Coachella and to their next releases actually.
Yes.
Ayan, tapos na siya. I love it.
Ang ganda!
Yeah. Okay.
Love it.
Ay, ano to? Bakit may pa-poster?
And action.
Ayan. That was an amazing music video.
Yeah.
But before I share my overall thoughts about the video itself, I love na parang this is giving me BINI from the beginning.
Yeah.
I feel like they were revisiting the older BINI sound kasi parang naging experimental sila lately.
Yeah. Actually, I got flack for this for the longest time kasi inaaway ako ng mga blues dati. Pero kasi parang may feeling lang ako na it's the right time. Kasi like for example, nakakalimutan usually ng mga tao na nung pumutok ang BINI, the songs are already set in stone for like a couple of...
Okay.
I think ganun ang process ng BINI. Kumbaga, yung mga decision or yung mga products or mga kanta na nakikita natin
Yeah.
was decided months and months
I
and
mean,
months
that's
ago.
how music industry
the
works
music
today
industry
now.
works. So, hindi siya kasi as much as gusto natin na sobrang nimble lagi,
Yes.
it doesn't work that way.
There's no room for too much fluidity.
Too much of fluidity kasi you have to like plan. So basically meron ka ng inilalabas na songs. Like for
Yeah.
example, naalala niyo nung pumutok ang BINI na sumikat ang Pantropiko, they're already in the salamin phase during that time. 'Di ba kaya
yes.
halos mag back to back yung sikat niyan,
Correct.
'di ba? Tapos tawag doon, nakakamada na. Wow.
Totoo.
Nakakamada
That's
na.
a perfect word.
Oo, nakakamada na ang Cherry on Top. Yan, magkakasunod na yan in the English songs.
Yeah.
Kasi yun na yung yung susunod. So, kumbaga, hindi nila pwedeng itapon lang yun basta-basta
Right.
because there are contractual obligations that have to be met. And in a way, parang may validity naman din siguro yung pagka-miss din ng mga tao with regards to the original. Kailangan natin siyang ma-miss para mas ma-feel natin yung
para namnam na
manamnam
itong
natin
return to
yung
form.
Isa sa mga pinaka I think noteworthy about this song is that it's produced by or written by, tama ba? One of the writers is Jeremy Glenoga. Jeremy G. Kung naaalala mo siya.
Jeremy G.
Yeah. The Voice Teens. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically si Jeremy yung isa sa mga gino-groom talaga now as one of the young producers
I see.
and writers. So sobrang bilib ako dun sa bata kasi like he really has a
Wow,
an ear.
cool. Oh, wow. Well, that's what I love about this music video is I feel like yung song itself is like more of like a look back at the past, parang paying tribute to the original BINI sound. Pero a lot of it is pointing to the future. So I guess one example is yung producer is like an up-and-coming producer, but also parang yung video, tinuturo tayo sa future ng BINI. And like,
so basically, it's not like looking back just for looking back.
Yes.
It's looking back and looking forward din as
exactly. And like, ano pahiwatig na nga ba ito na filmmaking, films are in the future of BINI.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not hard to think about. Kasi, I mean, they're definitely bankable stars.
If this is a personal like comment about it, parang inevitable.
Yeah.
Kasi like Mika is an actress. Like, ang dami sa kanila magaling.
Yes.
Galing umarte.
And they're so popular.
And they're so popular. So, I think if
and
ever...
that's just the reality of like the Philippine entertainment pipeline.
Yeah. And if they ever decide to do it, go. Why not?
So,
yeah.
So, whatever happens, talagang malay nyo, i-review na naman natin dito.
Yeah. Kung may mga balita man tayong mararanasan tungkol sa movie career ng mga girls.
Yes.
Abangan natin.
And what? Dito kayo mag-promote, girls. I mean, pagkakasyahin namin kayo dito sa SISNE POP couch.
Yeah.
All 8 of you. I'm so looking forward to that. Well, that was a great video. Thank you so much, Hyro, for joining me review this.
And ako, na-enjoy ko din siya kasi parang it's like the best of both worlds. Something that I really love, which is film, and something that I truly love, which is BINI. Yeah.
A true amalgamation.
Yeah, amalgamation. Then, tsaka,
alam
mo yun, so laki-laki lang soft spot ko talaga with regards to BINI and their songs. Kasi they like pushed me through the pandemic talaga.
Right.
Nung hindi pa sila sikat ha,
Yeah.
like, sana dahil gustong-gusto ko sila, sana magustuhan din sila ng maraming tao.
Right.
And now that people love them, na parang,
I
okay.
know. And kasi for me naman, as someone who I sing and I love music, I love that parang ni-resurrect niya yung feelings ko of like wanting to be proud of the Philippine music industry.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to what they can offer because alam niyo yung parang if right now it seems like parang may na-reach na silang pinnacle, hindi pa to yun
Hindi pa yun.
This
hindi
is
pa
the tip of the iceberg for BINI.
Marami pa silang ma-achieve.
So I'm so excited to see what that is. And so if you guys wanna see us react to whatever BINI has coming up, well then, wag niyo pong kalimutan na mag-subscribe dito sa SISNE POP for not just Ppop content but Filipino pop culture.
Yes, and utang na loob, mag-subscribe po. Like, click the I button.
Click the I button. May ganun pa
Ano
ba? Click the subscribe button. Click the bell.
Yeah, the bell.
Click the bell.
Click the bell. Kasi guys, pag hindi kayo nag-subscribe, baka may mangyari. Charot! May
Diba?
threat na.
And if you're by the way, if you're a Bloom, know that pag nag-review kami ng may mga music video nila, hindi namin talaga ito na ma-monetize. So, ang talagang gusto lang namin ay pagmamahal mula sa inyo. So, if you are a Bloom, attendance check naman kayo dyan sa comment section. And then, kung nag-subscribe na kayo, comment nyo. Done po with
Done
the
po,
heart,
yeah.
the flower
The flower
emoji.
emoji. Yes, para malaman mong bloom
Yes.
ka, di ba?
I love it. Well, thank you, Hyro, for joining me
Thank
for this
you.
Pop Reacts. And thank you for watching. We will see you on the next SISNE Pop video. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.